Davina and I'm here to talk about Cumbernauld. I moved initially to Cumbernauld, to Beechwood Road, one of the masonette flats on the verandas, as they called them, which isn't there now. I find it's kind of off-putting, really, when I go back to Cumbernauld, where the family home still is, and for some strange reason, they've rebuilt the mid part of Cumbernauld, where I used to stay, Stoneleigh, Craigieburn and all that kind of thing, and it's totally different. Now, there was perfectly good footpaths there, footpaths straight down to the station from the town centre, and they've kind of built houses round about it, and it's totally different. I remember as a child, big green spaces, they're not there. I didn't come across Abram Hill until the early 80s when I went to visit a friend for school, and Abram Hill looked quite posh. The streets were all set out straight and all that kind of thing, and the roads were still all there. The houses weren't kind of falling apart. At that point in time, Cumbernauld was starting to get a wee bit tired, needing a wee coat of paint, you know. And obviously I was used to the town centre being on my doorstep, which it wasn't. Abram Hill had this wee thing, shop thing going on at the time. But still, I'm sure it was a nice land they had. Something like that, you could go for your weekly shop, you know. And of course Abram Hill had the woods and all that, which you didn't get in Cumbernauld. You got your big bit of greenery, but woods, I was like, oh, is this what a wood looks like? Having only been down the Luggy before, you know. There was loads of wandering room, and quite a lot of things on. I remember going a lot to the town hall for things, especially, as I said earlier, Uncle Bob's Saturday mornings.
Again, some people would understand that now, is that there was a more kind of, what would you say, sense of responsibility in the community that, oh, we have to do that.
Yeah.
Because we have to make up.
Yeah, because I'm sure Uncle Bob was actually somebody's granda, you know. Must have been, you know. But it was a great wee thing. And outside, when your mummy was shopping, you could go outside and you could go on the bikes.
Now, there's an interesting thing, going on the bikes. If I remember correctly, there was a part in the old town centre which overlooks Cumbernauld. Now, well, it's not there anymore.
It was the rooftop of the DSS.
Rooftop had the little road signs all painted.
Yes.
Remember that? And you could actually drive along on your bicycle and do this track of road. And then that was taken, and all the plates were jumbled up. And all the tiles and put back in the wrong order.
Yeah.
But I remember it used to be able to, so is that where you would go with the bike and just practice on the little road there?
Yeah, I mean, you could get bikes from toddler bikes right up. And it was quite fun, you know. Your mum just left you outside and you were there when she got back. I don't know how much it cost, but
Can't remember either.
haven't a clue, you know. I was just jumping on the bike, I wasn't worried.
Again, the shops were just across the road.
Yeah.
Right across,
And that was on the rooftop of the DSS building. Now, whether it was the DSS at that time, I don't know. But there wasn't like 50 strong high metal fences or anything like that. It was just kind of just a wee bit. Because you could look over, you know,
remember,
and see everything. Yeah.
It was only about maybe 4.5 to 5 feet high.
And you could climb as well and go onto the roof of the Tesco,
and there's a
Prestos
water
it was.
Thing that you
Yes.
On the stairwell would be a water tower, and you could go on top of that. Whether we were allowed to or not, I'm not sure, but we did.
I'm not sure either, but
I think there was a Riggs as well, wasn't there?
there was a Riggs.
Right.
You had the steps up to Riggs. I don't know why these steps were ever there, but you went up the hill and round and into Riggs and Goldberg's down the bottom. We were down there shopping because we all used to get our clothes out the co-op, and you used to go down the stairs in the co-op and get your shoes fitted by a lady that brought you the shoes, and you didn't get a choice. It was like, it's these shoes, black or brown, whatever fits, that's what you're getting. I remember going rain, hail or snow from Stoneleigh Road away down to Downfield Road to go to Our Ladies. Without fail, 5 days a week, there and back, because I used to have to come home for my lunch as well.
Uphill as well and stuff like that. We're all built on a hill here, which was fantastic.
It was. It was all right going down, but coming back up. Because you used to have to phone, and you'd be answering the phone, and you'd be answering for your neighbour 2 doors down. So you'd have to put the phone down and go away and get them. Or the party line was a good thing.
That's it. Wait, blah blah, that's it.
No, the party line where you and somebody else shared the same phone number.
Oh, I don't know. So I thought you meant in the 80s was played with those party lines.
No. I'm not talking about the type of parties, no. I'm talking about, you've got to pick up the phone first to make sure your neighbour's not on it, so that you can then dial who you want to go, but they can easily pick up their phone and listen.
Right, so you've got multiple cross lines. Right, so you've got exchanges, the operators. People don't understand. You try to tell me an operator did a lot of this work for you.
Yes, and you used to phone up for the time.
The speaking clock, that's right. Remember, the operator was quite expensive to dial.
Yes. Oh, you were never allowed.
Apparently, that was a last resort.
And your mum and dad answered the phone. Well, a few weeks ago, my daughter had said to me, my older daughter, she said, "Mum, see when you made arrangements with your friends, how did you know they were going to turn up if you didn't have a phone?" And I says, "Well, you made the arrangements and you got there and you knew there was something really wrong if they didn't turn up." And she's like, "Oh, right, okay. So you didn't check?" And I said, "Well, no, you couldn't." It's like you had to get permission to use the phone in the first place, and most of the time your mum would be like, no. I remember from years ago, and probably to a degree now, everybody's got a fair idea of who everybody is, or they've got a connection to somebody. I think that's getting less and less because people are moving out and not in as such, but you used to know, oh, that's so-and-so's auntie, uncle and whoever, so there was whole families. The kind of late 80s and all that, it was oh, right, we'll not be speaking to them, or we'll not be speaking to them, or no, we don't want them in our neighbourhood, But I think now, especially since lockdown, people are being more aware of other people, and they tend to say hello to you. Well, certainly in my area. Maybe that's just me because they're frightened when I go, "Hiya."